Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to break down your big semester assignment, the Dietary and Activity Analysis Project. We're going to walk through everything, step by step, so you can feel totally confident tackling this thing. Let's get right into it. So first things first, let's reframe how we're thinking about this. This isn't just another assignment. Think of it more like an investigation. You're the detective, and you're gathering clues, analyzing evidence, and basically uncovering the story that's hidden inside daily habits. It's all about the data. And before we go even one step further, let's get this major point out of the way, because it's a big one. This is a direct quote from your instructions. The goal here is all about analysis, not judgment. So just take a deep breath. This project is about the process, not about having some kind of perfect diet. So if the grade isn't about how good your diet is, then what's the point, right? Well, let's dive into our first section and really understand the mission behind this project. Okay, here's the core of it. This project is really designed to be a workout for your brain. It's all about building your skills. You're going to learn how to take raw information, what you eat, how you move, and turn it into actual meaningful insights using a pretty powerful tool. And that's a skill that goes way, way beyond this class. All right, every detective needs their toolkit, and for this project, your main tool is going to be the Nutrition Calc Plus software. So let's get you all set up. Getting access is actually really straightforward. Just follow these 3 simple steps. Head to the bookstore link, select Register as Student, and then this part is super important. Make sure you choose the school name exactly as it's written here. Mass CLG of Pharmacy, Boston. A couple of quick tech notes here that are going to save you a massive headache later. First, please write down your password somewhere safe. Your professor can't reset it for you. And second, if the software itself is acting up or you're having issues, your direct line for help is McGraw-Hill's support. They're the ones who can fix it. Okay, now that you have your tools, it's time to start gathering your evidence. This next part is really the heart of the whole project. The 5-day data log. 5. That's the magic number. You're going to be tracking everything for 5 days in a row. The key here is to pick a time that represents a typical week for you so you get a really realistic snapshot of your habits. So what exactly are you logging? Well, as you can see, it's everything you eat and drink and how much, along with all your physical activity. But just as important is when you log. You want to pick a normal week. Definitely try to avoid times when you're sick or on vacation or fasting because that data just won't be very useful. Now, listen up, because this is a detail that trips a lot of people up. For your activity log to work, you absolutely have to account for all 24 hours in a day. Yes, all 1,440 minutes. If you don't, your final reports are going to be completely wrong. And this chart really shows you what a full 24-hour day looks like. It's not just about that 30-minute workout. It's also about logging the hours you spend sleeping, sitting in class, eating, even cleaning. As you can see, every little activity fills a piece of that 24-hour puzzle. Okay, so you've gathered all your evidence on paper. Now it's time to actually get it into the system. In this section, we'll walk through exactly how to enter all that data you've collected. Entering food is pretty intuitive. You just follow the steps you see here. Pick the date, search for the item, then enter the meal and the amount. But the most important part is step 5. You have got to click Save Intake after every single item. Here are a couple of pro tips to make your data way more accurate. Remember to log all the little things, like the milk in your cereal. And if you ate something homemade or unique, the My Database feature is awesome. It lets you add your own custom foods and recipes. Logging your activity follows pretty much the exact same pattern. You select the day, search for the activity, like walking or studying, choose the best match, and then enter how long you did it for. Just keep repeating this until you've filled up all 24 hours for that day. Okay, you've done all the hard work of logging. All 5 days of food and activity are in the system. And now for the payoff, turning all that raw data into your final reports. This is super simple, but absolutely critical. When you go to the report section, you'll see a few different options. The one you need to generate and submit for this project is All Daily Reports. That one selection will give you everything you need for the analysis questions. Now, what's really, really interesting about this project is the amount of control you have. The instructions make it incredibly clear that your comfort and your well-being come first. I want to pause on this quote again because it's just so important. Your professor is explicitly saying that if tracking your own data is tough for any reason whatsoever, you can choose another option, and no explanation is needed. This project is really designed to be a positive learning experience for everybody. So, what are those options? Well, here are 4 pre-made hypothetical scenarios you can pick from. You could analyze Sam, the football player trying a vegetarian diet, Jen, who's pregnant, Max, the busy professional, or Kari, the athlete monitoring her sodium. You just pick one and create a hypothetical 5-day log for them. And the options don't even stop there. You could ask a friend or a family member if you can analyze their data. Or you can get creative and invent your own scenario completely. Maybe someone training for a marathon or trying a specific diet like vegan or low carb. The possibilities are totally wide open. So the crucial point here is this. It doesn't matter whose data you analyze, your own, a friend's, or a fictional character's. The grade comes from your ability to take that data, interpret what the reports are saying, and then thoughtfully answer the analysis questions. Ultimately, that's what this whole thing is about. It's an opportunity to practice a really valuable skill and see how a bunch of numbers on a page can tell a pretty compelling story about health and habits. So what story are you going to uncover?